video, I want to talk about my thoughts about multi-billionaires on wanting to raise the tax for the rich people. So, well, I started off by saying if you want to be if you have a desire for making a business and expand in the future, you are going to need money, and the more you are going to learn, the more is going to be taken off from you, because the higher the tax is, the less you the less you are going to have to expand your own business. So if you take so if you start off with the middle class, if none of the middle class has any aspirations to go beyond the ladder, beyond their paycheck, put someone to expand their business, and eventually they are going to hit to earn few millions as an income, then that's going to hurt them a lot. So multi-billionaires want to raise their taxes because they want to protect themselves. So when you start a business, like, you need a cash flow. The key is to have a cash flow that you can reinvest into your own business. So if you're a millionaire in the lower, you're earning from 50K, 500K, anything beyond 150K, as that's when you pay 50% in tax rate. If you earn anything above that, you're going to be taken away 50%. So if you earn 2 millions, you are going to have only 1 million. That's going to hurt you a lot, and that's going to decrease your chances on everything. While a multi-billionaire has already assets, he has already cash flow, so he may have a cash flow of 50 million, a year. So if they cut him, for example, 50%, he remains on 25 millions. He can still massively grow and reinvest that, getting only stronger and having even more assets. So if a multi-billionaire chooses to raise taxes because he wants to help people, he wants to raise the taxes with the government, obviously, as he can do it himself. What he's doing there is basically, not every multi-billionaire, but some of them want to protect their assets. They want to get, for example, 75% of tax for the rich people. So now that multi-millionaire earning 2 million is going to earn half of a million. That's going to hurt him tremendously. While a multi-million billionaire, if you cut him taxes for 75%, he's still earning in millions. That doesn't make him any difference. He can still expand. He already has the cash flow. He already has everything that he needs, to sustain himself, to have a good business model, to have basically a cash flow. He doesn't need to expand that. He can, but he already earn in millions or even in billions. Meanwhile, if you cut the taxes, make the taxes bigger for rich people, that means that it's going to hurt the mostly millionaires, because now they are going to pay more, but to grow they need assets, they need income, they need cash flow just to grow, and that's going to be tremendously harder for them, and they are going to want to be expand their business. So now that multi-billionaire is going to have a lower competition because he owns everything, he has no assets. Now everyone are going to be down below her, because it's going to be a lot harder for them to reinvest and go up on where he is. And now he is in a place where it's going to be very hard for others to reach him, as a competition. If you give someone, for example, if Microsoft has, for example, 5 billion revenue each year, and there is another company that produces computers like Microsoft or software, then what's going to happen is that if the taxes are going to go up, that company is going to be hurt in the to reinvest that. The marketing is going to go slower, the producing the machines or software, the code, everything is going to get slower. While the Microsoft has already set that everything up, and it doesn't matter if you give him a 90% tax rate if he earns 5 billion a year, he's still going to earn in millions, in multi-millions, whatever that's going to be. But if you take out 90% of a million, that's going to be 100k to reinvest in a year. So what if you had even 50% of tax? That will be 500. That's a lot better than just 100k. And now they want to raise the taxes. When you are a billionaire, you need to take care of yourself primarily. People are jealous and people are going to want and go and take you out of your comfortable bed. So now that you want to raise the taxes, you are going to actually going to get better with the poor or the middle class, which don't understand how the business work or how the money are made. From my experience and how I see it. And now that multi-billionaire telling on raising the taxes is actually going to be a favorite for the lower class, because they think he's a great guy that want to help us. Meanwhile, it's actually hurting the people that know how business work or how the money works. Because if you ask any person in the middle class, they will most people they will tell you that they steal money, and they steal. They didn't build anything, and that's just a destructive mindset. If you think that you're closed, and now if you would like, for example, go up, expanding your business, now you're cut tremendously, and now you're going to think, why did he raise a tax? Because few percent isn't going to hurt the middle class. It's going to be just fine. It's still going to be some percent, it's still going to hurt a little bit, but a multi-millionaire is going to hurt tremendously because of the tax, of the reinvestment he won't be able to make. If you like the video, hit that like button, comment below, subscribe, and have a nice day. Bye.